Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today's video we are going to be taking a look at my Android baby account. In fact, I'm not even sure if I should call it baby account at this point because a couple of days ago I reached Master League, which is actually quite surprising with this Hangar. So I'm going to show you here what I have. There's a couple of things that have actually changed since my last video. So all my pilots now, just through playing, are now level 10. I actually need to level them up. Let me just show you here. So in order for me to get the second skill set, I need to use 500 gold to open up, this one here. And then when I play, eventually it's going to reach all the way to the end. So it's going to be level 20. And then I have 2 maxed out skills, for this pilot. So that's going to be later on down the road. But let me just go back to my Hangar here, or at least this profile. So you can see here that my Natasha now has a second Avenger. So I was saving up gold that you guys saw, I think, in the last video. That's what I was doing. And I was also building the Halo in workshop. So I got the Halo and the Avenger, roughly about the same time. I think it came within about a day or so apart from each other. So I actually got 2 weapons at the same time. One's level 5, the other one's level 6, going on to 7. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to level up the Avenger first, and then I'll work on the Halo. In the meantime, I am building another Halo so that I can run the second one on that Natasha. So we're going to have 2 Halos and 2 Avengers. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. And I'm just trying to think of, anything else here that I wanted to add. A couple of you were actually asking me about my Falcon. Why don't I put any weapons on the side? So the reason why I don't do that is because if you look at the description of the Falcon, this thing actually has 66% damage resistance, when you are in normal mode. So when you are in this mode, you don't take as much damage because, you have that resistance. When you switch to the other mode where you can fire all your weapons, you lose all damage resistance. So being that this bot's only level 6 and I have the level 9 Ember on it, I thought, why would I want to make the bot even weaker by using Fangs Out mode? So that's why I don't use Fangs Out mode on this. I just keep it to 1 weapon, so it's stronger, it's more tankier. It's kind of like a boa, but with just one, or I should say maybe more like a super shoots. With the 1 weapon. Eventually what I will do is, or what I'm hoping to do, is to get the Traditionalist. Actually, wait, I can't even move this. But if I put the weapons here on the side, let me just do this because I can't show that one thing. So if I go here and I look at the list, I want to actually go for, let me just go here. I want to go for the Traditionalist. So this one here will increase the durability, for the Falcon, which is it's going to make it even stronger. So I have to aim for this. But in the meantime, what I have with the Falcon is just fine. Also, I removed the weapons on the side. And, I kind of got a tip, from some of the players, some of you guys, where you said actually to remove, the weapon so that you don't get caught on things like ledges and corners and stuff, which is actually a really good tip. So, yeah, that's kind of the reason why I removed, those side weapons. And I think, that's pretty much, what I wanted to show you guys. And with the event, if I go here, so I have, 100 coins, which I haven't used to open up, this crate here. And let me just go to this. So these are the daily tasks, I guess, or the event tasks in order to get these coins. Now, I already missed out like yesterday because I don't really play on this account, which is another thing that I wanted to mention. Some of you guys have told me in the past, that this account, hasn't really progressed that fast. Well, this is kind of the reason why, because I really lose out on things like the event because I don't really play, like I said, on this account. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, the crate here to see what I get. And hopefully it's something really good. And yeah, let's go for it. So let's see what we get here. And we got 1,500 power cells, which is actually perfect because I was kind of running low on that. So what do we have here in terms of power cells? So we have 3,120 power cells, which is really, really good. And I think I'm on my way to the expert crate. So when I get to this one here, I'm going to get another 1,600. So that's going to be perfect. So anyways, that's pretty much what I wanted to show in terms of my hangar here. I'm going to hop into 2 games and give you some gameplay of Beacon Rush using this hangar. And hopefully we get some good games. Okay, so game 1 we have dropped in on Carrier map, and this is Beacon Rush. I'm just looking to see what my teammates are doing here. We've got a guy with... what is that? He's running... it looked like he was running actually 1 or 2 Hydras and 2 Columbus. Interesting combo. Got a crazy skirmish here. I'm not going to attract that guy. Going to see if we can actually get into the center here. Let's take out this hover. Should be able to do that, I think. This Leo is trying to tank his way in here. I'm going up against an Ares. Oh geez, all these guys are dropping in here. You know what, that's kind of a good... whoa, we're getting their beacon at the back. Okay, this is kind of interesting. You know what, I'm going to spawn in on our side, see if I can try to do as much damage with my Dr. Lumbus here, and then I'm going to drop in with my other brawlers to try to get as much damage in against you know, some of these players. From the other side we still have that beacon. This guy's his shield's going to be dropping here soon, so let's go for the Ares. We managed to take out that Ares. And one thing that you are going to see me like do sometimes, you know, when I'm playing on this account, because some players ask me, you know, how do I preserve my power cells? So one way that I do that is depending on how the game is going, about like mid to late game, if I feel that, you know, I'm actually going to lose that game, it means I'm not going to get the silver bonus, and that's when I stop healing. Especially if you are healing, for example, then yeah, that's kind of what I do, because I'm not benefiting from really healing. Even if I do more damage, it's not going to factor into my silver, which is important. So, you know, hopefully that tip can help some of you guys. This guy, his shield's going to be dropping here soon, so let's do this. And you're going to find, you know, a lot of times players, when they have the center beacon like this, they keep dropping in. That's not something that I would personally do, because you end up burning through a lot of bots, and if you burn through all your bots, you're not going to be able to do any more damage. Let's just see if I can get a little bit closer to some of these guys. I want to actually, you know, I actually want to get out of this bot because it's not a high damage dealing setup. Can I take that guy out? There's a guy here. He's probably gonna throw a face full of what is it, vortex at me here. Probably gonna be a one-shot kill. But I do need to get out of this bot. What I can do is move sideways. Oh wait, he didn't even fire that way. Maybe he doesn't know that I'm here. Oh, he does know, and it's gonna hurt when he hits me next. That's a Leo too. Oh, wait, some of it actually flew over me. Come on, we can knock a weapon off or something, right? Right. Oh shoot, he's right here. How did I even survive? So the funny part is I'm like actually trying to get out this bot. I know some players tell me, well, why didn't you kill your bot? Well, I don't do that because I can get additional damage in. So let's see if we can get maybe one more player, if we can take... Oh, there is a player going here. Let me just see if I can... Come on. I'm trying to steal it. Yes, I stole it. Oh, this guy's gonna heal me up. This is even better. Now he's giving me more health. He gives me more health, I can do more damage with it. But I still want to get out of this bot. I'm going up against a Fenrir. That's funny. Okay, so this is what I generally tend to do. So you see how there's multiple reds all facing the C beacon. We have C beacon. I don't want to drop in here. I want to drop in at the back here instead. because if we keep on dropping in at center and they're all there, they're going to eventually bot us out. So you don't want to do that. And if I can get this guy... Ooh, geez, he got hit really bad there. Trying to hit someone here. I think I am, because my crosshair is going red. Is that a... I think that might be the Fenrir. Oh, we got to be careful here. So at this point, you see how it is like now mid-game roughly. It's now 4 versus 4. In this case, this is when I do heal up, especially if I'm in a high damage dealing bot such as my Natasha here. I'm going to actually move onto this beacon so he doesn't get it. But you see how I'm doing all that damage to this guy. That means I'm getting even more silver. So we got to be careful here. What is this guy in? He's in a Galahad. I will drop in at center at this point, because I have a counter to him. So my Ember goes all the way through. And remember, we have damage resistance like this. So it's going to take him a while to take me out here. Let's do that. Let's heal up. So now you see me actually healing. So it's more of a calculated, I don't know, calculated risk, if you will. And I might actually get quite a bit of damage in here, because I did quite a bit of damage to that invader. Just trying to fire on the side here in the hopes that I get someone. So let's just move back. We've also got to be careful of just dropping in. I'm trying to get out of this guy's way here. So I'm not going to go for another beacon, because their beacon bar is actually really low. We also have a 4 cap, so I just need to squeeze in as much damage here as possible. And it looks like it is game. So let's take a look to see, you know, how we did here in this game. And we actually got 495,000 silver. I am using a free silver booster, but we ended up scoring 1 million damage. And you know, what does this guy have? He's got, this guy's master 2, so he is actually higher level. Holy crap, 3 Fenrirs, and he has some pretty leveled up pilots. So let's take a look to see what he has here. The hover, Mercury. So yeah, one thing that I would do for like this pilot, if you are watching, level up your weapons first before you do your bots. That's one thing that I would change. And what are we looking at here? Yeah, I don't think this guy, he's definitely not a tank if you're looking. I think they just kind of bought or won their Fenrirs. Let's just take a look at... So we have... well, we'll take a look at this player here. Expert. So this guy's also running some higher level stuff than I am. Or at least Inquisitor. Their Leo's higher level. They have a Griffin and a Mercury too. So they do have some... premium stuff. One thing they don't have though is pilots. I guess they're kind of working towards it, but what I would do is, you know, kind of get those pilots on all your bots so that you can benefit, you know, after every game you get that pilot experience, and it's really going to help you out. So that's what I would do there. And what is this player in? He's in Expert 2, running level 8, 9. He has an Ares and a Pursuer here, so we do have some premium bots as well, and some pilots. And now let's just take a look at this other player over here, Expert 3. And this one's actually running, geez, level 12 stuff and MK2. You know, usually when I see this, I'm thinking tanker, but let's take a look here. They have a lot of victories, so maybe they are tanker, because if you take a look at the damage, it's a lot lower. Like if we look at my damage average with what I'm running, so that player is definitely a tanker. So if you take a look at what I'm running, level 6 stuff with, I mean, not even all level 9. My Punishers, for example, but most of it is, I think, level 9. But if you take a look at my average here, it's a lot higher than theirs. I also don't have as many victories. What's crazy is I have 60% you know, victory percentage, that tells me that I'm probably going to run into a string of losses where I will face a lot of Champion League players now that I am in Master League. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a second game. Maybe we can get another really good game where I can dish out a ton of damage. With, I actually don't mind facing MK2 players. I know players don't like that, but they actually provide more silver for me because, they're fatter targets. But anyways, off to game number 2. Okay, so game 2 we have dropped in on Canyon map, and I'm taking a look around. There's already an Ares to my left here. I think I'm going to go to center. This guy is probably in a stride or something. He got here really quick. But let's move this way. Looking to see, what the other team is running. We have a Lancelot back there. Yeah, so that's kind of the reason why I did not put my shield up, because if I put my shield up, I actually move slower, especially when moving from side to side. So I think I did a pretty decent job at handling that guy. I'm looking to see what's going on this side. I do not want to drop this. I'm going to drop in at E. And maybe get these guys from a range. Actually, this Falcon that just jumped, you see what happened? He was in Fangs out. And he's actually a softer target now for me. So that's kind of the reason why I don't do that on my Falcon. For those of you that were asking me about that. This guy's probably going to dash here, I'm guessing. Trying to fire ahead here so we can get him that way. Oh, I'm getting hit pretty bad. So remember, I'm not going to use any power cells here because we're still at the beginning of the game. And so far it actually looks like they are winning. So if I do decide to use it, I'm going to use it very sparingly. I'm trying to get that guy, but I'm going to be going down here pretty soon here because I don't have that much health on this thing. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh, yes, we managed to get that guy at least. Now, what are these guys in here on this side? Okay, we've got a hover. No, that's not a hover. That's a green dragon. We're getting into center here. I want to see what happens when we get that, because maybe I can drop in here on this side. So let's take a look to see what's going on. I'm gonna drop in with my Natasha here. Let's move to the side. We need to move to cover. Actually, this guy is gonna be dropping there. I think that Leo is actually gonna move around the corner. I hope he actually does, because then I can get quite a bit of damage on this guy. Let's move to this side. We also have a guy moving in on our left. Let's try to stop him. Got to make sure that I use my cover here because I'm not sure. Okay, they do. This guy's in a Leo. It's actually really good that these guys are dropping in Leos and stuff. Whoa, we're a little bit too close here. Let's just back up. So I'm kind of reassessing the game right now. I noticed that, we are kind of winning. We have more players. So, at the 5-minute mark, I'm going to decide whether, I should heal or I should kind of heal up at least this setup. Let's just do it now. So that's once. When we get to the 5-minute mark, then I'm going to check again to see how many players we have versus how many they have, and the beacons. The beacon bar is the other thing too. Jeez, this guy's getting oh man, this guy's really close. He's gonna hit me bad. Gotta move back. I'm not gonna heal up there because it's no point. We're already gonna get hit really bad. So let's take a look. So these guys have shields. I'm gonna use the Falcon next. Kind of looking at the players and stuff. I think if I manage to get into a center here, then I might be able to clear out 2 guys. If we can get this beacon, that's going to be really good. But so far it looks like they might be botting out. Let's move this way. Oh, this is actually perfect. It's going to go all the way through his shield. He's going to set up, but you know what? We're going all the way through his energy shield, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just move this way. Yep, he's going to definitely go down. Maybe he'll drop in another bot. No, he's dropping in on that side. We also have a guy on the left here, which we've got to be careful of. This guy's got to get... He's got to stay in the circle. There we go. Now I need to decide if I'm going to play very aggressive. We have a 4 cap on them, but we don't want to bot out either. Where's this guy? See if we can get a little bit closer. What I might try to do is fire in between these two guys so that both of them take damage from my Ember weapon. And remember, at this point, because we have a 4 cap on these guys, it's okay for me to heal at this point. And now I start actually using my power cells. So I'm being very careful with how I use those resources. Let's keep on hitting this guy, because he's going to keep on... I mean, that's a Leo. I think that's a Leo. Yeah, so if these guys take me out, it's okay. I'm not going... Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I can heal. Now I'll have enough time. Maybe I can do a little bit more damage with this, because it's going through their shield, so it might be worth it. Just trying to hit this guy, but they will take me out here. And let's drop in the closest. Yeah, let's do this T, because they might have someone that flies over here. At least I can hit them this way. Yep, they still have a lot of bots left, but look at the beacon. Go for the big fat juicy targets like this guy. And can we get this one too? Yeah, so at this point, even if I drop all the way down to like low health, you don't want to heal up because the game's almost done. And that is the second game. So let's take a look to see how we did here. I think I actually did quite a bit of damage too, especially with that Natasha and the Falcon. So I got quite a bit of silver, 474,000. That's with the free silver boosters. And we scored 1.1 million this game. So what is this guy in? He has actually not been ranked yet. But he does have Aiobahn and a lot of the meta bots here. With some level 20 pilots. Let's just take a look on this side. So yeah, definitely not a tanker, you can see, because they have the damage average up and their victories. But I think I did pretty well considering my Hangar. Let's see what this other player has here. So this player has... man, that's an interesting Natasha. Swiss Army almost. They have a Hechi though. So they have a Hechi and some other pilots. But they've also done the same thing. So, you know, good on them, because I think this is what you need to do at this level. So they have the right idea. The only change I think I would do is not level up any more bots. Level up your weapons. Maybe not the Punishers and stuff, but definitely Terrans, Avenger. I'm looking at Orkans, Columbus. The Calamity would be a good one. I don't think I would do the Zeus. But yeah, let's see what the other team was running. So this one is also in Master 2. And, wow, they have 5 Hangar decks. Gosh. So level 5, level 6. And they are not a tanker, because I'm looking at this. They just bought, it looks like they bought 5 Hangar decks. So they have a lot of different bots and weapons, which is really nice. They have quite a lot of stuff here. So that was kind of interesting. They have at least some, you know, premium bots. Let's take a look at this player. This one's Master 1. They're actually a higher level. Whoa, what's with this carnage, man? Chimera. So one thing, you know, I can tell you straight off the bat, looking at, you know, this Hangar, all of their weapons are pretty much medium range. And one of the things that I've said, in order to maximize your damage, you need to have maybe one range and the rest are brawlers. And you can pretty much see it in, you know, my stats. And this is also the reason why their win percentages are very low too. So if I go back to my hangar here, or at least you know, the game stats. So this one here, he scored 983. He scored lower. I think this is the one, Master, yep. So they scored low. I think most of their damage was probably done with the Scourge and Spark. But generally looking at this hangar, it's very medium, long range orientated. So I outscored them with my hangar because I had those brawlers, the close range weapons. But let's just take a look to see if we got any more coins here. I don't think I got enough coins. I've been trying to get here, so I have to play a little bit more. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.
Just keep breathing now, don't run away. We can still figure it out. Why do I do this? Why do I push you down? I'm reaching out. You think that I wanna let you go?